In the tumultuous landscape of post-revolutionary Russia, where chaos and uncertainty reigned, emerged a figure whose name would be etched into the annals of history with both admiration and controversy: Admiral Alexander Kolchak. His ascent from a distinguished naval officer to the self-proclaimed supreme ruler of Russia during the Russian Civil War is a tale of ambition, patriotism, and the desperate struggle for power in a nation torn apart by revolution. Alexander Kolchak's early years were marked by dedication and service to the Russian Empire. Born into a noble family in 1874, he pursued a career in the Imperial Russian Navy, distinguishing himself as a capable and visionary naval officer. His intellect, strategic acumen, and unwavering loyalty to the Tsar earned him admiration and respect among his peers. However, the outbreak of World War I and the subsequent collapse of the Russian Empire thrust Kolchak into a new and unfamiliar role. As the flames of revolution engulfed Russia, he found himself at the center of a maelstrom of political intrigue and military upheaval. Amidst the chaos of the Russian Revolution of 1917, Kolchak emerged as a prominent figure in the anti-Bolshevik White movement. His military expertise and steadfast opposition to the Bolsheviks made him a natural leader for those who sought to restore order and preserve Russia's traditional institutions. In November 1918, following the overthrow of the provisional government in Siberia, Kolchak assumed the mantle of supreme ruler and supreme commander of the Russian armed forces. His authority extended across vast swaths of Siberia, where he sought to establish a unified anti-Bolshevik government and rally support for the White cause. Kolchak's regime was characterized by authoritarian rule and a fierce determination to crush Bolshevik resistance. Under his leadership, the White forces achieved significant military successes, capturing key cities and territories in Siberia and dealing heavy blows to the Red Army. However, Kolchak's aspirations faced numerous challenges, both internal and external. Rivalry among White factions, foreign intervention by Allied powers, and the Red Army's resilience threatened to derail his vision of a restored Russia. Moreover, Kolchak's authoritarian rule alienated many segments of the population, eroding support for the anti-Bolshevik cause. His reliance on repression to maintain control and his refusal to embrace political reform undermined his legitimacy in the eyes of both his allies and his adversaries. Despite initial optimism, Kolchak's fortunes began to wane as the Red Army launched counteroffensives and reclaimed lost territories. By early 1920, his regime was on the brink of collapse, and he was captured by Bolshevik forces while attempting to flee to Irkutsk. Kolchak's capture marked the beginning of the end for the White movement and the consolidation of Bolshevik power in Russia. He was subsequently tried by a Bolshevik tribunal and executed in February 1920, bringing an ignominious end to his ambitions of restoring the Russian Empire. The legacy of Admiral Kolchak remains a subject of debate and controversy. To some, he is remembered as a patriot and a valiant defender of Russia against the perceived threat of Bolshevism. To others, he is viewed as a reactionary figure whose authoritarian rule contributed to the suffering and chaos of the Civil War. Regardless of one's perspective, the rise of Admiral Kolchak and his brief tenure as supreme